These guns just look amazing, don't they? I remember reading a story about one of those battleships in World War II. I think it was a battleship, yeah, where there was a cannonade going on against a Axis target, I believe it was, yeah, and at some... No, wait, it was it was World War One. It was the Battle of Jutland, I believe the story is from. Yeah, I remember now. And halfway during the cannonade, there was a pause in the battle, so the gun stopped, and one of the guys from below decks decided, you know, let's open a hatch and let's get onto deck to get some fresh air. And then the gun started firing again. And apparently all his clothing was blown off his body by the sheer force of these guns unleashing a bombardment on their target. And I just love that story. You know, you can just envision it, you know? You're tired, you're sweaty, you've been below decks for, well, pretty much all of the day because, you know, Battle of Jutland, it took a bloody long time. And then you get up onto the deck and before you know it, you're out of clothing. Try to explain that to the boss. Love it, love it. Now, we have a bit of a situation here on our hands, of course, in this campaign. Japanese campaign, of course. We're fighting the Russians and the French, and a French fleet. The French have essentially cut me off in the Baltic Sea. And I have to attempt to destroy the French forces there, and it is kind of scary. Now we have a fight on our hands here, and this fight is an interesting one. Neither side brings any capital ships, and I think the numbers are slightly in their favor. Yeah, 12 light cruisers versus 3. I get 3 heavies, but it's Japanese heavies, so that means torpedo cruiser, and Akagi is also a torpedo cruiser that have to stay at long range, fire their massive torpedo amounts, and hope for the best. Besides that, we have Suzuya. Now, Suzuya is a ship I can count on, I feel. And the other 2 classes are the same, but Tonne here is... I think Tonne might be... Yeah, look at that. There's a different upgrade on the torpedoes. Suzuya has 23.1 kilometer range torpedoes. Tonne only has, well, 22.8. I was wondering, there was a difference in ammo. Tonne has Mark 5 guns. You have also Mark 5 guns, but there is an ammo difference, and that confuses me. That said, though, this light cruiser division, I'm definitely gonna need them. I'm gonna need them, and I'm gonna need them fairly quickly, I think. I'm gonna turn off your torpedoes, though. Reminds me, let's turn off torpedoes on the main battle squadron as well. Then I have 2 groups of destroyers. Double, single, double, double. You have to go. Drop into that division. Single, double, double, single torpedo launchers, and yeah, okay. So I have 2 destroyer groups, one with a smaller group with only center mount torpedoes. And then I have the smaller, well, the bigger group, but slower group of 5 that I will keep in reserve, long-range reserve, really, with a heavy torpedo spam as well. I'm not going to use them, at least not right now. This destroyer flotilla will be in the reserve, Division 3, while the other 3 divisions will go in, fire their torpedoes, and run. You will be second wave. Congratulations, Zoikaku. You may live to fight another day. I'm gonna pull you back though at 20 knots, that's fine. White assault formation by these 3 divisions. I am so bloody worried. Not having any capital ships, it's... normally I would not be opposed to it, but considering we don't have any good heavy cruisers... we saw that in the last few episodes. And we've not been able to really change that around. It's worrisome. All ships, tighten up formation, please. This destroyer flotilla as well. Tighten up formation, prepare to engage. You can see my plan unfolding. Zoikaku fuel status. Fuel status is good. Fuel status is good. Good. Excellent even. Let's go to 5 times speed. Okay. We have the horns. Now, we are spotting by Danzig. Range to target, 37 kilometers. Let's slow the main attack fleet down. Well, at least the heavy cruisers. The others may continue speeding ahead. Four degrees right rudder, please. Alright, easy does it. Range to target, 31 kilometers. Yeah, I want to hit those heavy cruisers. I pretty much want to hit everything, okay? I want to hit everything. Everything! You lock on there. You lock on Mistral. Oh, the heavy cruisers are breaking to the flank. Light cruisers, smoke up. Prepare to engage. Heavy cruisers, smoke up. Prepare to engage. Well, you can't smoke those up, but they can smoke you up. Range to target, 21 kilometers. Engage. Heavy cruisers are still in their turn, but if I target over here as well, that'll be fun. Aggressive torpedo fire authorized. Light cruisers, we have gunfire inbound. Oh no, outbound, pardon me. Torpedoes away. Away, away. Light cruiser division may turn. Heavy cruisers. You fired. Turn off torpedoes. And maximum speed, please. Get out of there. Destroyer, you fired. But only just. You fired. And you fired. Okay. Full torpedo complement. Heavy cruisers, aggressive fire on the other side as well, if you can. But then target the destroyers. That is a no-go on that launch. Light cruisers, come in, save the heavy cruisers from utter destruction. Destroyers, come back in. Torpedo hits. Is that it? Is that all we accomplished? A single torpedo hit? With this massive salvo? Oh, that is bad, ladies and gentlemen. That is really bad. Oh my god. Freeze game for a second. Yeah, there are still some torpedoes out here, but oh god, yeah, that is terrible. Terrible performance here by my assault fleet. Heavies, keep firing over there. Light cruisers, keep firing at the second destroyer with your main guns. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just desperately trying to save the heavy cruisers now. Ooh, torpedo hits, torpedo hits. But that's a dud, the last one. That is a shame. Okay, light cruisers saved the heavy cruisers there. My destroyers, oh, hold on. Turn off torpedoes, please. We got some heavy fire going on at an enemy heavy cruiser that is here, but it's only a single cruiser. Still, might as well fire at it. It's only a single destroyer got her torpedoes off, but that's fine. Disengage. Light cruisers do smoke up. Okay, we get torpedoes inbound again. Torpedo hit. That is a serious... And... oh dear. We barely dodged out with the reserve forces. Did I forget about the reserve forces? Yeah, maybe. Why do you ask? You still have torpedoes, you still have them. Fire them at the heavy cruiser if you can. And then disengage these reserve forces. Let's turn into the other direction. We're going to engage on the left flank, I think. Execute. Hold on, hold on. Are you retreating? Yeah, you're running away. Damn. Turn off torpedoes. That saves at least the torpedo fire from the last destroyer here. Let's regroup. Torpedoes inbound. Torpedoes inbound. We are doing some real damage against this light cruiser here currently, which is good. Smoke screen, please. Light cruisers, heavy cruisers. Reserve forces. Ah, damn, they just smoked up. That's unfortunate. Oh, hold on. What was that? Yeah, that's a torpedo spread inbound. Alright, let's do this. And let's seriously turn around. Destroyers as well here. Lock on new target, the enemy destroyer. Aggressive fire torpedoes authorized. Torpedoes off. Turn. Light squadron. Turn. Heavy squadron. Prepare to move in. Cruisers. More support fire, please. Is required. Lock weapons. Okay. 3 dud torpedoes. Oh, come on. Aggressive torpedo fire on that destroyer authorized. Kill it. Some torpedoes have been launched. Not a lot, though. Okay, turn off torpedoes and turn. Light cruisers, turn back. You succeeded what you were meant to do. Heavy cruisers, turn, 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 turn. Focus fire on that destroyer, if you can. Light cruisers, focus fire on that destroyer, please, over there. And get them off our backs. That little bugger. Alright, that'll do. Excellent. 5k. Turning away from the torpedo attack again. Enemy destroyers are very durable. And so far only 12 torpedo hits. Just, you gotta remember, I fired a shit ton of torpedoes here, folks. Hey, I said turn. I really hate it when the controls get sluggish now and then. Yeah, this is gonna be a torpedo hit on my ships. For almost sure. You stop dodging. One dot torpedo hit. Could be worse, could be worse. Okay, let's reform the fleet. Because Zoikaiku is going in the wrong direction. Still, so far it came out on top. Heavy cruisers prepare for torpedo attack. Light destroyer falls 1. You only have 10 torpedoes remaining. Gonna turn. Stop dodging, please. Turn away. Turn away. Turn away. From that torpedo attack. That's just, you know, I'm dodging single destroyers that are coming in right now. It's kind of frustrating. Let's close in with that group. Because you fired your fishies. So I'm willing to close in with you and do some damage. Come on, Zoikaiku. Destroy it! Luckily, her 5.2-inch gun is out of action. Still, there is a lot more where that came from. There is the badly damaged heavy cruiser. She is coming in. Okay. Range to target, 26 kilometers. This group will lock your torpedoes on that heavy cruiser as you engage. Good luck. Meanwhile, we watch the damage rack up on that destroyer. 26k done already. Aggressive torpedo assault authorized on the heavies. Light and heavy cruisers are over here. Please don't get yourself killed by a torpedo attack. Oh no! Evasive action, evasive action! Oof. Okay, what's the range of you girls? 20 kilometers. Light cruisers, aggressive torpedo attack authorized. These destroyers reform the line. These destroyers reform the line. Turn off your torpedoes, please. And all guns, fire at the destroyers, please, for the love of God, kill them. That is not good. We're losing, seriously getting... What is that? Where is that fire coming from? That's a light cruiser group. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, we just lost 2 destroyers here, ladies and gentlemen. You're out of torpedoes. You detach. You're out of torpedoes as well. Why do you want to turn that away? No, turn this way. Run maximum speed. In 3 seconds, we have a smoke screen. Hit it. Okay. You fired your last torpedoes. You may retreat this entire division. Heavy cruisers. This is your bloody shot, mate. Lock on that heavy cruiser. Aggressive, fire your torpedoes. Your left rudder. Slowly turn away. These light cruisers were out of torpedoes. We're going to disengage. Yeah. These 2 destroyers are done for. This is unfortunate. It went so well, and then all of a sudden, this light cruiser group here shows up and devastates my forces. Increase speeds. again. Here, single... Blah. I remember hating this campaign in this regard. And my heavy cruisers, of course. Well, Takao might or might not have fired, but... Please fire. Well, no, we got no hits on that cruiser. Which is a bit of a bummer, really. Destroyer. One. Oh, come on. Come on. At this range, we should be able to do some damage, right? Yeah, that destroyer is done for, of course. Of course the enemy torpedoes hit at that range. And she gets away with it. Please explain to me, for the love of God, AI. Let's take a look. Standard bulkheads, that's crap. You're very fast, sure. 1.5 inch armor, that's like nothing, okay? Crop 5 armor, so okay, it has a bit of a boost, but it shouldn't be this much. You should be dead, mate. You've took 174 hits. And they're not small hits either, they're 5.5 inch guns, right? Okay, she's slowing down. Now the hits are actually starting some flooding hits. Okay. Damn! Oh, this is so frustrating, people. I know it may not look like it, but I feel like I'm throwing in so many shells. I mean, I fired 15,000 shells here. 16,000, pardon me. I don't think I killed a lot. I'm not on top of this fight. You have torpedoes. You don't. You don't. Haku, please fire your torpedoes. Yeah, they're fully stuck inside the hull. I'm gonna end the battle here. There is no way my massive torpedo salvos failed. It's as simple as that. Caused some damage to the cruisers, sank a destroyer. It's still a victory because I did a lot of damage to the other ships, but... Ooh-wee. This is not good. That's a Kitakami gone, another Kitakami gone, and a Kitakami gone. Feel the rage! Still, there are a lot of enemy ships with medium damage, right? I have more ships lost, but only a single ship with medium damage. Still, I would not call this a victory. I would call this a draw at best. The enemy does have naval power in the area again. However, I can deploy Musashi and Yamato. Cruisers join up. Although, should I join up or should I just get this squadron out? I think I'll get this squadron to join up with Musashi and Yamato. Let's keep you girls here. And these ships may return to Riga for repair and refuel. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. We're getting something done, folks. We're getting something done. Now, this division needs to go back as well immediately. We have a naval invasion coming up over here, so let's start gathering some forces, I suppose. I'm fairly confident in the Americas. I'm safe. The French AI seems to be focused more on the Baltics currently. And it really shows, for the record. I'm really struggling there. Hopefully my two battleships, Yamato and Musashi, will be able to turn the tide. As I gather decent group of ships to stop the naval invasion in the in Morocco. I wanted to say Morocco. And I'm gonna park a group of ships at the Labrador Sea just in case. Now, my naval invasion here is going great. Submarine engagement over here is causing some nice damage. Naval invasion here is succeeding according to plan. Naval invasion here is succeeding according to plan. So I am pushing the French. And I think, honestly, looking at the ships, Soviet Union, 20 ships, France, 110 ships, I really should focus my main attention towards the French. The French fleet needs to be taken down a peg or 3. I need to start pushing into Arabia, I think. The question is, though, can I muster a fleet of ships to start naval invading in the Arabian area, in the Persian Gulf? Let's see, 4 destroyers. That's a start. Let's leave you behind. Light cruiser, 3 destroyers. That is a nice destroyer count already. Could do with a capital ship. There we go. Hiei and Kirishima. Yes. That will be enough firepower in the Persian Gulf to start naval invading there. Excellent. Oh, that's wonderful. What else do we have? Do I have anything else in the home islands? Shinzu is still Shinoko is mothballed? Let's get those 2 battleships into active service, please. One is in Kingston, the other one in Shanghai. Okay. Now there is a heavy cruiser here. What are you? You are a torpedo cruiser, but we don't have that yet in this fleet, so let's muster. Then I want to prepare a naval invasion force in the Gulf of Aden to start pushing there as well. Luckily, just a couple of smaller ships will suffice there. Not to mention they will act as a blocking group against the French moving out. I want to keep them contained if I can. Yeah, that's 5 destroyers. Let's use those. This battleship is being commissioned now. Okay. Heavy cruiser. That's another 20,000 tons. A Hosho. Oh, yes, please. Okay. That should be... These fleets will clean up the Middle East and then move towards the West Indian Ocean. That'll be my next front line that I wish to open against the French. Just push them on a lot of fronts. Make it harder for them to decide, like, where are we going to deploy our ships. These ships might actually retreat here, which would be wonderful news. Now, let's see, we're repairing 5 ships, but a lot more ships will be repaired next turn, because a large fleet will come in for repairs. However, for now, we can get a fleet in. Yeah, that should be doable, I think. Continue the construction. Okay, I think that's everything. What a lovely turn, 30 minutes. Let's hit the end turn and see what the next turn will bring us. I do hope Musashi and Yamato will get into a fight. Okay, we caught some French submarines. Yeah, that is some good damage against them. Excellent. Iwami once again nuked Malaga. Yeah, I don't think I have any chance. Lol. Yeah, that's the auto resolve for you. I wish I could pause this one. Again, 4 heavies, large light cruiser group, and some nasty bloody destroyers. Can't retreat. You know, we could, for shits and giggles, see what auto-resolve does here. What kind of cruisers do I have? A Sushi, Hosho, and no, I want to see the Hoshos in action. They are my new cruisers, after all. Can't auto-resolve that. I would have loved to auto-resolve this, just to see how a fleet engagement in the auto-resolve does. And because I'm just too frustrated to fight these French destroyers, I'll be honest. That ocean was green. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Let us form up my destroyers in a single division, please. Light cruisers, what do we have? 3 of exactly the same classes with exactly the same upgrades. That is good. I like these light cruisers. They're good. They do their job. Single, 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 singles. Yes, these are... Ooh, hold on. That's a different one. Watch the torpedo icon. You. Oh, you're the upgraded one with 2s. Okay. Yeah. But overall, they are the same class of ships. Let's form 2 divisions. Two, 3, please. Turn off, turn off. So, heavy cruisers, ladies and gentlemen. We have Olari, and this is my newest heavy cruiser. This is more of a gun cruiser with massive 9-inchers, 6-inchers, and a couple of 2-inchers for shits and giggles. A couple of torpedoes just because we can. We have a torpedo cruiser, and another heavy. We're gonna detach both of them. 2 divisions. Okay, in that case. The torpedo group may... 5, 6. Okay, let's do this. A group of heavy cruisers and destroyers that will fire torpedoes. 1 group of heavy cruisers that will go duke it out, hopefully. In terms of armor, by the way, these heavy cruisers, well, 6. Well, the 4 belt is a bit weak, but the rest is okay. But compared to this cruiser, that's not a lot of difference, actually. Well, no, wait, I had it wrong. There we go, 7-inch main belt. So, should be able to take a bit more punishment. A destroyer group of 6 ships. I might split that up into 2 of 3s, actually. Or even... detach the entire destroyer, light cruiser division. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yes, this will be my fleet composition for today. Now, I think I want my destroyer flotillas in reserve. 26 knots, please. Two groups in reserve. One group attacking. Heavy torpedo group, you may move in to attack, while the cruiser division, okay, yeah. 5 times speed, please. Let's get the fleet organized. Contacts already. Edgar is over there. That is roughly 30 kilometers out. Okay. They're closer than I wanted to. Gonna drop down to 3 times speed. You are the torpedo groups. Okay, you will move into the sides here. Heavy gun cruisers to the sides. To the sides, please. Go, go, go. And smoke up this group. These two groups may actually fall back a bit. Range to target, 24 kilometers. This entire division, aggressive torpedoes. We're gonna unleash against that destroyer group, heavy cruiser group. You girls, target those heavy cruisers, aggressive torpedoes authorized. Away, away, and away. Turn off, disengage. Heavy cruiser covering falls, fall back. The entire division, fall back, maximum speed. Reserve forces, increase to maximum speed. And prepare to cover. Maximum speed on the second one. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Torpedoes, spam 1 and 2 is away. We might be looking at a single torpedo hit here at the Paris. Maybe even 3. None! Oh, thank you. 2 hits. Okay. Division may turn around. Tighten up formation. Smoke up, tighten up formation, prepare to turn around, prepare to engage. Lock targets, aggressive torpedoes authorized. Lock targets, aggressive torpedoes authorized. We're going to fire them at the destroyer flotilla that is coming in. You fired, you fired, you fired. Turn off, disengage. We're playing it safe here today, folks. We're staying at maximum range. We fire what we can and then we disengage. Reload and do it again. Hopefully we can weaken the enemy. We have 6 torpedo hits so far. And here comes the next salvo. Smaller salvo, of course, but the enemy is scattered. Hopefully we'll be able to do something. Heavy torpedo division is ready. You're ready as well. Excellent. But let's first see if this hit anything. So far, no luck. But there is also stuff here in the rear, of course. I mean, the enemy goes back all the way till there, so who knows? For now, yeah, good, 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 good. Torpedo hit on a light cruiser. Group 1, prepare to turn. Group 2. Well, Division 1. My gun division will also turn, provide cover. Dot torpedo hit. First small group will hit as well. A dot torpedo on a destroyer. That is unfortunate. Would have loved that to actually hit. But alas, it is what it is. Now, these two divisions are still in retreat, while my new torpedo division here prepares to engage. Lock on that destroyer, please. Aggressive fire authorized. You're out, you're out. You may disengage under cover of smoke. This division, confirm range to that cruiser. Not quite where we wanted, so disengage. Patience is a virtue here, ladies and gentlemen. Patience is a virtue. Main guns, safe fire only, please. We don't have a lot of 9-inchers. We gotta make them count. Besides, our main attack is currently here. They detected the torpedoes. I don't think they will hit, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate, I might add, but it's against destroyers, so yeah, it's always a possibility, right? Two light groups, three light groups, prepare to move in. Now this is what I like to do with my light ships. Harass. But sadly, against enemy light ships, it's always hard to get those torpedo hits in. But let's see what we can do. You may slow down to 30 knots. And let's see. Two destroyers are out of torpedoes. That's you two, right? Or is it you? You. You're in a different division. Oh dear, this division is also almost out of torps. And oh, okay, yeah. Only looked at the light cruisers, but okay, hold on. The light cruiser division is out of torpedoes, essentially, except the light cruisers themselves. So let's cancel this attack run. Fall back. And let's get reorganized. You two. Join... I said you two, not you, you 9. Why? Why? Wait, I just joined them in the wrong division, didn't I? Where's my division of 2 heavy cruisers? I joined them as well. Oh, you muppet. Detach. You join up there. Thank you. You will join. You will join. Then these 2 destroyers will join up. Then those destroyers will join up. Then we reform the light cruiser division into a single division. Now this division, how are you torpedo-wise? Out, you're out, you still have. So we have 10 ships without torpedoes now. Tighten formation and disengage with those ships, at least a bit. Okay, reforming my fleet. That will take a bit of time here. Luckily, it should be fast enough to get it organized again before we really engage. we're gonna fire the torpedoes of the light cruisers first, I think. We have 8 hits so far, 45k damage done. That is not a lot, all things considered. Okay, second torpedo group on standby. Light cruisers, you're up. 9 torpedoes. That is not a lot, but it is something, right? Tighten up formation, please. Contact, enemy light cruiser. Yeah, let's target those with the torpedoes. Engage. Torpedo away. Torpedo away. And torpedo away. Turn off torpedoes, disengage under cover of smoke. I know it might not be the most interesting fight to look at, but since I'm really struggling against those enemy heavy cruisers in the flank, okay, go there. We're doing some damage, but not enough. Sagi, lay a smoke screen, cover the cruiser turn. Light cruisers, you are now a gun unit. You are gonna engage the enemy destroyer flotilla to cover the retreat of this way too slow moving heavy cruiser force. And a fog is rolling in. That is not great, ladies and gentlemen. That is not great at all. A difficult fight just got even harder. Okay, the enemy heavies are over here. This is the group. 27 kilometers. Okay. Let's see if we can get those heavy cruisers into range to attack the enemy heavies. In the meanwhile, we're dueling with a small destroyer flotilla, but that's okay. Of course, hold on. There is also a heavy cruiser here, right? That's 23 kilometers out, but also has most of the escorts, I feel, with her. I'm not a fan of that. Light cruisers, disengage, disengage, disengage. You're too close, you're well within their torpedo range, so same with these heavies, disengage. Gun division, provide cover. Normal fire on all guns. Yeah! Oh! Attack on my light cruiser, attack on my light cruiser. Disengage, disengage, disengage in this direction, please. Torpedoes will go there. You girls, turn and get the hell out. Okay, heavy cruisers are safe. Light cruisers should be safe against that torpedo attack. Hold on. What's this? Another torpedo attack. Turn. Contact, torpedoes. This large group, let's say from Azaki. Detach. Turn. At maximum speed. Stop dodging. Run, 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 run. Should be fine. Light cruisers turn in again. This group, lock torpedoes, please. Oh no. Sure. No, I didn't tell you to do that. I told you to lock your torpedoes there. Ah, stupid game. Or is it stupid me? I don't know. Probably both, right? Okay, so we got a single serious hit on a heavy cruiser. That is really unfortunate. Aggressive launch authorized. Torpedoes away, torpedoes away. Right. Lock torpedoes on that side, please. And prepare a turn. Rest of the fleet is scattering, is in retreat currently. Let's see if we can get a second salvo going. At the light cruisers. You're out of torpedoes. You just got hit hard. You may retreat. Torpedoes away. This cruiser force may retreat, ladies and gentlemen. So annoying. 2 torpedo hits, broken rudder. You retreat. And we are well within enemy torpedo range now, so let's hope we can get this to survive. Mikasa still hasn't finished her turn. These torpedoes might be a problem for this division. These cruisers are fine though. Good. Okay, we sank an enemy cruiser. God! Aggressive torpedo on this cruiser authorized. You girls, start dodging. Yeah, we got too close there in that last attack run. Unfortunate. Also unfortunate that I'm turning into a torpedo there, but luck was with me. Dot torpedo hits on the enemy. And Atami is gonna eat one, I think. Yeah. But it was a dud. Lucky me. Division is intact, intact, intact. Slight damage there. And you're slightly damaged. However, since it's a rudder damage, solo retreat, please. Okay, let's reform a battle line. Let's see if we can get the fleet organized again. We have this squadron. That's fight capable. We have these 2 cruisers. Light cruisers join up with them. Because we now have a different kind of gameplay. See if we can save Mikasa. Mikasa trying to turn her to get her torpedoes off. Excellent. And then turn to the other side, fire the other torpedoes. Oh wow, we sank that cruiser over there. Nice! That means that torpedo attack, even though it was a risk, did succeed. Which is good, right? Okay, destroyer flotilla, turn in. That is Mikasa. Okay. Okay, yeah. My fleet is reorganized. Oh, no. Torpedoes heading towards her. So let's turn. Most torpedoes are going that way. Yeah, let's turn like that. Should be okay. Mikasa got all her torpedoes off. That is excellent. Can we turn? Ah, too late. A hit on her aft section. However, since that was already flooded, that was the best place to get hit. This division may turn back a bit as we score finally, we score a decent hit there against an enemy cruiser. I do like these heavier gun cruisers. I think they managed to do what they were meant to do. Let's see, are there any torpedoes here? No. So we can turn this division. Inbound torpedo. She's going in this direction. So, alrighty, let's turn that battle group around. Torpedo hits. All well, but we did lose our engines. Yeah, that cruiser is done for. There is no way I can save her. There were way too many enemies in the area, but I might be able... I can either use this ship as a distraction to retreat, or I can stay here and continue firing. The problem is, though, I am seriously outmatched here. The French have the better ships, so it is a risk. But since we're scoring some damage at the very least, I just will try, and she's still firing. Good. She is still firing her 9-inch guns. Yeah, that is the good targets to hit. Flooding hits, but yeah, I've pulled the rest of my fleet out a bit. They were a bit too close. Don't want to get into torpedo range again. Oh, good flooding hit there. There she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Mikasa. 30k damage done. 70k damage received, that is not bad. A torpedo hits. Well, I did not fire torpedoes there, mate. So they must have fired torpedoes at Mikasa from behind. Alright, this is Schroeder Group. I'm gonna use you to draw in enemy torpedoes. I'm not going to retreat, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought I would retreat, sorry, no. We're fighting. We're fighting. Even though I am outmatched, I still think I have a chance of neutralizing a couple of enemy ships here. Preferably, though, I would have loved to be able to hit the enemy harder with my massive torpedo salvos at the start. But yeah, it is what it is, right? You can't kill them all. Smoking at my destroyers as well, and let's plot a slightly different course. This division is too far forwards. Torpedo attack on that last destroyer will hit these cruisers, and I don't want that. Also activate torpedo avoidance on that group. Yep. There they are. Return to course, please. Just so if new torpedoes get launched, they will get launched in the direction where I want them to be launched. Namely over here. Damn. Activate torpedo avoidance there. Cruiser's my turn. Deactivate torpedo avoidance, should be fine. Disengage this group. Should be fine. Bang. Well, I need you for something special, mate. Assuming you survive this hit. Yeah, you do. Barely. Go in this direction. You're a sacrificial lamb currently for enemy torpedo attacks. Congratulations. Your death will serve the glory of the Empire of Japan. Yet again, enemy destroyer falls back. This one is damaged. These light cruisers are all still intact though, which is kind of scary. And even this destroyer that is slowed down massively, we're still struggling to hit her. And when we hit her, we can't pan her. Also, was that a graphical glitch? Or was it just me being confused? That's a very good possibility after all. Okay, we lost our decoy. Disengage these groups. And do so under cover of a smoke screen. I think the end of the battle is very near. That was a lot of torpedoes. Which really was the intent, right? You should be fine, right? No, 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 there are torpedoes here as well. Why didn't... Ah, they're not all showing up, of course. Good slowly running out of ammo. Okay, the enemy has these two in their sights. Hopefully they will draw a lot of torpedo hits, and yeah, they just got nuked. Of course they don't have a lot of ammo, but I just need some time for my real fleet to start speeding up again. Good hit. Can you girls smoke up? No, you cannot. But yes, please, use up your ammo, use up your torpedoes against these groups. And hopefully shoot at your own... Shoot at the Strasbourg! Oh, this is gonna be brilliant! Udashi, if this succeeds, oh, I'm gonna be so happy. Oh, of course they miss. No friendly fire, eh? We have a damaged engine in this group, that's why they're going so slow. Detach. Atari. Detach. Rest of this division. More speed. Straight, please. Target gasoline air with that fleet. Atari, you're the next target ship, I suppose. Just sacrificing them one after another as the rest of my fleet starts to disengage. Smoke screen, smoke screen, smoke screen. More smoke screen, and yes, even more torpedoes are launched in this general direction, which is good. engine has been repaired. 38 knots, please. Disengage. As another 3 torpedoes hit this ship. 39 knots, 34 knots. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Five times speed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially in retreat. I fought the battle. As you can see, my cruisers are running low on ammo. So I think this is a reasonable time for me to throw in the towel in this fight. As Otori is being prepared for a suicidal charge. Or at least a attempt to slow down the enemy movements, but the damage on one of their cruisers there, Gasolina, will help immensely. And the battle. It's a defeat. Yeah, lost 4 ships. I took down a heavy cruiser though, but for the rest, hardly any damage. Massive torpedo attack, but yeah, my torpedo accuracy, no, not great. Especially my heavy cruisers, they hardly hit anything with their torpedoes, and they fired a lot of them. Not all of them apparently, but still have a small amount available. Yeah, no. It was a good engagement. The result was disappointing. Although many enemy ships are damaged again. So is my squadron. West Africa, the West African fleet. It is a disappointing ending for a well-executed fight, I think. Next time, however, things will be different. As I bring Musashi, Yamato, Asai, pardon me, with a small escort, but it's mostly going to be these 4 capital ships. They will decimate this, hopefully. Until then, take care.